So, it's that time again where I have to share my 2 cents on the situation for people to have just a possibility at least to hear my side of things. Here in the last day of January 2022, things are now, as they have always been, intensifying as time progresses. So the program is becoming more authoritarian, and the social and political persecution of me is intensifying many folds over since the start of the program. The program, as you well know, began in late 2008 or around there. So this is like 14 years ago, and the situation has been going on constantly since then. And for the foreseeable future, the program is going to continue. And because the situation is always continuing like an endless saga, is literally because the state arbiters of the program are creating the very problems that they're using as the pretext for for continuing the situation. And that's why they're not allowing me to have any resemblance of a normal life. And that is also why they are so frantically desperate to have me kicked out of my gym, because they really don't want me to train anymore. And since it's quite clear to anybody who's training with me that I'm becoming better and more ready for fights, which I want to engage in. I want to this year have a few fights in boxing and Muay Thai or kickboxing, and all I'm waiting for is an opportunity to get those fights. And yeah, this is something the state arbiters of the program are going completely mental over. So they're doing everything to have me kicked out of the gym, and they're doing everything to create problems between me and the other members of the gym, and also the trainers. So there is always going to be people in the gym who are in competition with you, or who have egos and whatnot. And so they don't really want anyone to be, for example, they don't want me to be able to beat them. And if they don't have a chance, which some people don't and some people obviously do, then they will just rather have me kicked out of the gym because they don't have an opportunity to beat me, and thereby their egos are not going to, their ego is going to get hurt in that regard. So those people would rather have me kicked out of the gym. And then there are those who want to give me a fair chance, and those people are typically who don't have big egos, or who are competent fighters themselves and who can beat me, or at least have a good opportunity to beat me. And that's kind of how that goes. In relation to the trainers, and so if a trainer, for example, who takes a interest into me and wants to give me a chance, even under these conditions, well, these state arbiters are giving the trainers a real hard time through the use of the programs, communication systems, and this synthetic telepathy system. The same way they're doing in every other regard, they're doing towards people who don't exactly, if they feel like someone is not following their commanded draconian guidelines in relation to the program and how people are supposed to act or treat me, well, then the propaganda machine just goes on full blast, and these people are literally being implicated, if you will, in all of these state arbiters, virtual movie fabrications, and endless talk radio, where these state arbiters and intelligence agencies are just espousing constant nonsense and bullshit, and using this as a means of creating problems between these people and me, with the intent to have them not train me, or have them support the notion of having me kicked out of the gym for no apparent reason. So this is much of what is going on in relation to my training, at least as what I know of it. And obviously, and it is obviously because I'm shattering, if you will, the image that these state actors and intelligence agencies have been indoctrinating the public with for so many years in relation to this program, where people generally have only been hearing from these states who clearly have a vested interest in the program, and the perception, and these really outrageous and negative perceptions of me, Stephen Bell. And I have done everything I possibly can to disprove many of their false allegations and claims against me, and I have done so by providing official documentation from the relevant authorities here in Denmark, and this is something I have been doing consistently, and thereby showing to the world, or at least those people who come across my content, that the story definitely not as it is being told by these state actors who are running this global social engineering and intelligence operation, and using their social and political persecution of me as the pretext for having this entire program running. That's what I wanted to say in regards to these campaigns that are going on against me, specifically in relation to my training of boxing and Thai boxing.